Hello and welcome to another edition of our head-to-head on the panel for the Cheltenham Festival 2025, brought to you with our friends at Gambling.com and, of course, BetVictor all the way in the run-up to the Cheltenham Festival. Dermot Nolan is here.
Hello, Dino, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. We're into week 3. We have had the Dublin Racing Festival. Normally, the final big book of clues that you get before the Cheltenham Festival. Okay, there's more to come. We do realise there is other racing on the way in the road up to the Cheltenham Festival. But that was a big one. A couple of yes or no questions for you, Dermot Nolan. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Kopek de Boards. Apparently, this is the second coming. Is it going to win the Supreme Novices Hurdle?
Yes.
Okay, I did say yes or no. I was going to ask him, I'm not going to. Magsborough. People saying that it doesn't jump well, but what a performance, what engine, what a time it did, what an amazing horse it is. There is something lurking over the other side of the water. Is it going to win the Arkle?
Yes.
This
is going well.
Something has to come second to the great Gino. Okay, all right, then the next one up off the rank, Final Demand. Quite an astonishing performance. Apparently, according to Willie Mullins, ran away with Paul 3 times and still won. Fair play to them. Final Demand going for the Turners novices, we would imagine. Will it win that race?
Yes. No, sorry. No.
Whoa. Go on.
No, sorry. No. Final Demand will not win that race, no.
Okay, all right. But you kind of sound like you're on the fence there, but now you're very clear.
No, sorry. I just got the question mixed up because I think it was Kopek de Board that ran away with Paul 3 times.
What?
I think it was Kopek de Board that ran away with Paul.
Oh, he did. He got messed around with.
Yeah, I think Final Demand was pulled a little bit, but not as bad. Sorry, that's what threw me. But the Final Demand, no, I don't think he'll win the Turners. I think the New Line will beat him. He's quicker.
Imagine that. That's at least we got a good matchup there. In fact, following on from the Arkle, 2 very good matchups. Okay, Galopin Des Champs. It's now 2-1 in favour of the 2-time Gold Cup winner over Factor Farm. They tried slightly different tactics, which was to give him a 20-length lead and see if you could catch Galopin Des Champs. I've never seen anything like it in my life. They did get to the last and have a look at him again, but that's about as far as they got. Galopin Des Champs, will he win the Gold Cup?
Oh, yes. He's just phenomenal, isn't he? He's just... he's the crown jewel of what Paul Townend is as a jockey, and Willie Mullins is a trainer. Generally, tearaways are very hard to sort out long term. They don't tend to calm down like this, and they've just completely reversed it. He's a switch button now. He does whatever he's asked to do. If he needs to go hard from the front, he'll do it. If they want to keep him back, he's just a phenomenal racehorse, and I think it's the measure of the horse with how many of them are fleeing now from the Gold Cup, as in Tony Keenan was saying on our show that last year he only had, I think it was 2 170 plus horses to beat. The year before he had 4, and this year there's not one 170 plus horse entered against, not one.
Yep. There is a 180 though. That's Factor Fun, of course.
But you know, as in, he's unlikely to go now. Kind of. That's
100%. They may well run scared. I don't know what tactics they need to try, but giving them 20 lengths and seeing if it makes
probably isn't it.
Probably isn't the ideal one. Maybe this time you might have to run next to the horse for a little while and see whether anything else will change. It probably won't. Factor Fun will have more time at it than Galopin Des Champs, though. They're going for 3 Pete, and fair play to them. Okay. We will move on. Of course, this is the head-to-head. We are trying to pick one horse, Ante Post, for the Cheltenham Festival every week on here. We're on to week 3. Couple of burnt dockets, perhaps, already in the book here. We won't talk about them for too much longer. Talk to me, Dermo. What do we have this week to go into the Ante Post portfolio?
So I'm looking for more of a solid one, because after...
You want to run
Diva Luna kind of blotted the kind of coffee bucket week 1. I need a solid one, and I think the big Westerner, she is that. Now, Henry de Bromhead's horses continue to run really poorly, but they will turn a corner quite soon. He's quite cyclical on this. They kind of go off a cliff and then they come back again. She was brilliant at Christmas. The second that day, Mozzie's sister, who she beat well now, she finished 3rd behind Final Demand. She's 7-1, but the front 2 in the market, both the Yellow Clay and Final Demand, are both earmarked for the Turners. Now, the Yellow Clay, I would expect Gordon Elliott. He did a Racehour once, Dean, and he was asked what was the best advice he ever got. And he took over the Racehour on a Sunday night, and he said that Martin Pipe told him once to keep himself in the best possible company, and his horses, therefore, in the worst. And I expect that he didn't consider that Final Demand was this good, and I think the Yellow Clay will end up going up now because he has the New Line and him now, and that's a different story than just having one horse to beat. There's 2 of them now. who won't look excellent. So he could end up there, but he mightn't, because it's very much not in vogue at the moment. Albert Bartlett seems very kind of, it's very unpopular now with trainers. They don't seem to be sending any horse with any sort of a future to it. While Henry de Bromhead will send this one, he's no problem sending a horse here. She was excellent at Christmas. She will definitely stay. She's a lovely mare. She'll have all those allowances, etc. And she's just at 7-1. She has the potential there to be much, much shorter, especially if those front two kind of come out. No other horse in that market has done anything, and she has won a race now that has worked out very, very well, and she would go there quite fresh. And yeah, I think she could take a lot of stop against 7-1 at the moment. Dean does look a big old price.
Yep, the big Westerner is 7-1. Excuse me, for the Albert Bartlett with our sponsors BetVictor. Okay, the big Westerner joins Dermo's portfolio. I've got one slightly left field because hasn't jumped a fence this season yet. I'm going to put it up for a chase at the Cheltenham Festival, and that is the Company Sergeant, formerly with the Hogan team, now with Gaving Cromwell. Picked it up in the sales, very complimentary.
From shrewd to shrewder, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. There was a shrewd upgrade. We could have found it. Yeah, Gavin Cromwell obviously in great nick, going very, very well. Actually, only picked up his first grade one for a while in Ireland.
4 years, yeah. It does show how much Willie dominates, doesn't it?
Of course, if it's not Gordon or Willie, then Gavin's waiting, but he's been waiting a while. Okay, so the Company Sergeant is the pick. They did run it over hurdles, just making sure that chase mark is fine. It's entered up in the Jack Richards Novices Handicap Chase. That's where I think it will go. Currently 20-1 is the best price in the village, but generally a 16-1. What's interesting about this one is it's already got form in the book. That means it shouldn't be anywhere near a race like this, having had, I think it's 9 chase starts already. They don't need to spin it back over fences just yet. And I imagine it'll go straight there. Whispers around for it over the stable tour this week as well. So I think this might be a price collapser. So 16-1 is its current best price in the village for the Company Sergeant for the Jack Richards Novices Handicap Chase. And I think you want Cromwell on side on that one. Who knows what runs in that? Lots of them will be overexposed. Lots of them will be plenty raced this season. This fella will not. I don't think also that there's a big kind of plan for this other than this race, because already 8, next year it'll be 9, mixing in tougher waters, probably a Galway plate horse, I would imagine, and that's where you'll end up. So the Company Sergeant is my pick, goes into the book. With 3 weeks in, Dermo, we need some runners. You've aimed for one that will definitely start. I think I've got one that is going to run in the Supreme because it's not going to run again before then, so I just need injury not to plague him. We better do a review in a couple of weeks and work this out. Good to talk to you, Dermo. That is the head-to-head on the panel for the Cheltenham Festival Ante Post, brought to you with our friends at Gambling.com and BetVictor.